Welcome back to Do Something Every Day, and this is my diary to my kids. Yesterday we started with the deep priming and resizing of the casings. This is now the casings that's been running inside of the tumbler for about, say, 10 hours, 12 hours, around there. We're now going to shut them off and start pulling them out, and we're going to basically put them through these two bowls of water. This is just normal tap water, and this is some boiled water to help reduce some of the watermarks that usually comes on the casings. So I'm going to quickly shut down the tumbler and let's start looking at what these casings look like after a nice long tumble. So we're just going to move the tumbler out of the way. I'm just going to shake out most of the glass beads. Might be inside the cases. So I think that's a pretty good result. Just to compare it to what it looked like before and after, that should give a nice idea. Nice and clean cases. Let's see if we can grab 2 308 casings and compare them with some of the... there we go. Shake out the glass beads. So 308 casings, what they looked like before. Nice and dirty. New ones looks pretty good. The clean ones. Let me just get some of these bubbles out. See if we can have a look on the inside. So, not sure if you can see inside, but they clean inside, and also the primer pockets are nice and clean. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fast forward for you guys. Okay, that looks like it is it. All the casings now out and into the first bath, and that looks a lot like Reloader's gold in this container. Just giving it a quick shuffle around so we rinse out a lot of the things. The water goes into all the casings. And then now I'm gonna transfer them over into the other bath. That's just boiled water. It helps reduce some of the watermarks when they dry. There we go. Well, that soak a little bit. For those of you who are wondering what cleaning liquid I used this Layman Turbosonic concentrated cartridge case cleaning solution. Also works pretty well. Next steps would be just to take all these casings and lie them down to dry off, and I'm going to put them in a oven pan with some paper. I'm preheating the oven at say about 120 degrees Celsius. As soon as I put the tray in, I shut down the oven and then just let the heat assist with the faster drying time on these casings. So there you can see, there is the 2 before, the 3 after, the 2 before and 3 after ones. And like I said, this looks a lot like Reloader's Gold. Next steps, I'm just going to quickly pack these casings into this case holder just to drip dry most of the water off before I start moving them into the oven tray with some dry towels just to dry off the casings. Okay, so next step is, I think, just to speed up the process, I'm quickly going to bring a air compressor nozzle in here and just blow the water out of the primer pockets to speed up the process a little bit. Okay, so now I'm just going to use some compressed air. Helps some of the water. Okay, that should do. That should help with the worst of it. So next steps is, I'm going to take this water away. And make a little bit of space. Next steps is, I'm going to start just putting them on the paper towel, and then they're going to move into the oven. Okay, I've got a dry paper towel, just gonna rub off most of the majority of the moisture that I can see. Okay, next step is into the oven. Okay, so here's the oven. I'm just gonna switch it off, open it up, nice and toasty. In goes the Reloader's cake. Now I'm going to leave it there for about an hour, hour and a half, and then I'll come and check up and see if they all dried out. Okay, so it's been a couple of hours. All these casings should be nice and dry. Okay, so the casings is back out of the oven. Just going to do a quick inspection. Yeah, primer pockets came pretty clean. Let's see if we can see on the inside of the case itself. Right this side. It's, take my word for it, it's pretty clean. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just pack the casings back in order here. 270s together, 308s together. Primer pockets up, because the next step for the next video is going to be, we're going to have to put some old primer casings back in so that we can measure the volume of each of the casings. First measure and trim the casings, then put the old primers back in the primer pockets so that we can measure volumes of the casings. But for now, I'm just gonna speed up for you guys. So one thing that I have recognized, this casing looks a little bit suspect. So I'm gonna keep it aside. I'm not gonna probably load it. It might be just scratches on the outside of the case, but I'll first do a little bit of a close-up inspection and take it from there. So you can see there as well. So I'm going to put it aside. And there we have it. All the casings is in place, ready for the next steps. But for this video, I'm going to end it here. Thanks very much for everybody for joining, and see you next time.